Our energy has a huge value, and literally everything on this planet is fighting for our energy and attention. And where we set in our attention, that's where we're sending and navigating our energy. Today's conversation is going to be about leaking your energy consciously or subconsciously. And I would love to share my knowledge to help you to be more conscious about your energy resources and where you're directing them. Today I will touch also the topic, and as an example, TikTok ban, because it touched me personally a lot. Is majority of my income I'm making on TikTok as an ad creator. And right now I am facing the possibility of not getting paid for a couple of months, which is a decent amount of money. So the first example, based on what I just said, is I could navigate my attention to worrying about the outcome. What is going to happen? Am I going to get paid or not? And the whole life sources, my life sources energy would go towards that worrying. And now I would love to give a little bit of the background, how the energy works. Like, imagine that we are a container of energy, each person carrying a lot of energy resources. If I would compare it, it's almost like the power station, atomical station, each individual carrying so much energy. But the thing is that throughout the day, with our thoughts, we attaching to different vibrations and giving our energy source, spreading it around away. And after surprised why we feel drained or why we feel disfocused. And so instead of drinking buckets of coffee, listen to this video, and I hope that it will help you to put yourself together and to navigate your energetic container to the right source. Little background, imagine that we in the world have infinite amount of webs, and this is energetic webs. We cannot see them with our naked eye, but it doesn't mean they're not exist. And each web vibrating in a certain frequency. For instance, the web of fear, the web of worry. And besides that, each program, each news, each circumstance has this specific vibration and this specific web that, in another word, some people can call egregores. So egregore is an invisible energetic entity, and it getting absorbed and feed out of the energy that from the people that vibrating on the same frequency. So for instance, if you are experiencing fear or worry in this specific moment, you're going to give your energy away to that egregore. You're basically taking your charger and plugging it in to that egregore. And so what are you receiving is dependent on what quality of vibration you are plugging to. That's why this year, specifically 2025, is crucial for us to be aware of what we are plugging to. And you're going to see that there is a lot of events going to happen in the future in different parts of the world. No one is protected from those events. We cannot control the outcome that happens outside of ourselves, but we fully can control where we navigating our attention. Everything is fighting for our attention. You see social media, you see different apps. There is more apps getting created each day, and each app is fighting for your attention and capitalizing on your attention, but not just financially, energetically. And that is the key message in this video. Your energy is the biggest currency of our time, not your money, your energy. That's why you gotta be mindful where you're directing your energy. So take time to really feel yourself and understand in the beginning of your day what tasks do you need to do today and what you really want to accomplish. Cut off your attention from everything else. If you see some post is taking away your attention, be conscious about it and just close your phone for a second to unplug from there. It's literally happening so fast that sometimes, even me, I'm getting sucked in and I'm being conscious about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, right now I'm being scrolling my phone for another 30 minutes and it's just taking away my energy. After that, I feel tired and I feel discoordinated, and I even forgot what I wanted to do. So this happens with all of us. But please be mindful to which egregore you're giving your energy away. TikTok is an example. TikTok ban is one of the events that's going to shake a lot of people's lives because their income depends on it. In LA, we have still these humongous fires that never been happened before. And it can provoke a devastation. But I also want to say that these events, they are truly, in a bigger scale, they are provoking us to drag our attention to it and connect us with these frequencies of worries, frequencies of frustrations, anger, and anxiety. And you know why? Simply because there is these destructive powers, the same as us. There is other beings that need to eat. And for them, this is the food. When we're nervous, when we're angry, when we're anxious, we giving our source energy there, we're plugging in there, so it feeds them and helps them to exist. And also another thing about this, that we gotta train our muscle of the willpower of that switch, because as you see, the different problems that we had in the past, maybe amount of food, we would need to really go and do a lot of physical work. Right now, more and more, we're going online. We have accessibility to certain things. We don't need to survive as much. But right now, the most important skill is to be able to switch really fast. Because our attention can be grabbed in a second. And the first thing for us to do so is to be aware that our attention being grabbed. So awareness comes number one. Then the next thing is that muscle where you're taking your willpower and you literally switching your attention from that worry, from this dramatic event, from whatever it is, to positivity and to love. Love is like that superpower. And it's not just the words. I'm not here to just say something imaginary and that doesn't exist or doesn't work. As I told you, friends, in my previous videos, I'm a plant medicine advocate. I've been practicing plant medicine for many years, and I've been stepping into the spirit realms and understanding how it works. I saw that spirituality, that spiritual existence is actually the first, it comes first before the fabric of life. And that is fascinating. That's why I saw the frequencies. I saw and I felt the frequency of love. I understood what love is. And love is the biggest power that we carry. Every time we're anxious, every time we worry, every time we feel like, oh my God, it's so hard to take my attention from this situation, from this event, from this news, you remember that first and foremost, yes, you do have that power. You just didn't train it ever, or maybe very little time. And you have the power of love. Every single spiritual being have the power of love within themselves. And that power is the biggest overall. Nothing can stand in front of it. And this power, the frequency of love, is the same as frequency of God. And the God, when I'm talking about God, again, I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about any human form. The God is something we cannot comprehend or visualize. It is bigger than us, and it's probably way more outside of our mind capacity to understand. So don't try to understand it, try to feel it. This is the time when we're learning to feel and when we're learning to take what's ours. Our energy resources belong to us. We have only certain amount of capacity. It's not like we have an infinite amount of energy. We have the bucket of energy that's given to us to spend it through our lifetime. And when we are just giving it away to all these worries, to all this news, or to scrolling, that we are basically taking away from the bank of our resources, and we are not capable on achieve anything. We don't have more resources to dedicate to our purpose. So this video is helping you to see the foundation of how the energy works, how the foundation of energy spent works. And this is my little kitty that is not letting me to make this video for you guys because he wants to play. So he's my little cute distraction. Say hi, Mushi. I want to say is that you 100% in charge, and it may seem hard in the beginning, but take your energy from those distractions and choose to contain that energy and to navigate it to the things that are serving you well. Always come back to love, always come back to kindness, plug into those plugs, do not plug to worries, because this way you are unplugging from the divine source and you plugging into this frequency, into this egregore, and you leaking your energy. Another thing that is leaking energy is connection with people who are vibrating on those frequencies. For instance, you are surrounded by the family, friends, loved ones, whoever, who are vibrating on the frequency of worry, always worrying about something, always looking for some negative news, and you are around those people. So be mindful about that, because energy can leak also through our environment. For that, many of us going to start to go within, to go inward, and maybe even to do a certain cleanse of our environment, our friends and family. Because if it's your family and it's toxic for you, it doesn't mean you gotta stick to them like there is no tomorrow and you just gotta be around them. You still can love them and accept them, but you do not need to be the fuel and the food for their negativity. And it is also important to understand, because by illuminating yourself from their picture, you are actually helping them to grow and helping them to realize that they have to switch from that destruction to something that's going to fuel their container. So do not stick to the negative people. Do not feel guilty if you are, or your friends or your loved ones are draining you. It is important right now to find that place of self-sourcing. Guys, 2025 is a year of shake. There is a lot of turbulence going to happen to us. And the ability, our ability to preserve that container of positive energy, our energy resources within, is going to be crucial for everybody. If you don't want to have mental breakdowns, psycho breakdowns, if you don't want to get into the depression state, you gotta do this. You gotta learn that craft on how to switch your attention to the things that are fulfilling your container of energy. And if you have any questions or thoughts about it, please drop them in the comments. I would love to answer. I would love to plug in and to share my knowledge and my experience, because nobody protected from these states. We're all humans. I recently had 2 days when I needed to process what happened here in Los Angeles. I just gave myself a time, to my body, to my mind, to simply grieve and to process it. It's important. But then I'm consciously boosting back, and I'm recording this video, and I'm back to my positive self. I'm back to seeing the sun, back to smelling the flowers, enjoying my kitty and my love and everything else, because I understand that it's upgrade. And this is my school. This is where I really learning how to self-source and how to self-navigate in a crucial, in a hard times. And I would love to pass it to all of you, because I know that this craft that we all would need to establish this year, crucially. So you guys, please feel free to share this video with anyone who would love to hear this information. Please feel free to drop the comment. Give me a like, and this will help to grow my channel and to help me to spread more knowledge about things that I understand and I know and I learn. Thank you for watching this. I wishing you all the blessing. I wish you stay well, and remember that you have the power around so many things, and you just gotta take it back. My name is Paula Rubis. I'm CEO of New Sutras, and I see you in next episode.